Hi Scorpio, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your June 2019 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising signs. So Scorpio, for this reading, I am using the Mystical Manga Tarot, or Manga Tarot. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to say it, but I will show you the box. It's a deck that I've been loving. It's a beautiful deck. So I am using this deck, and then I'm also going to be pulling you a career-focused oracle, a love and relationship oracle, and then a health and well-being oracle card. So lots of additional guidance. All right, so looking at the month of June 2019 for Scorpio. All right, so the overall energy for you, Scorpio, for the month of June is the Two of Swords. So maybe some of you have an important decision that you have to make, Scorpio. So let's see here. All right, so for those Scorpios that need to make a decision, it certainly could be in regards to finances, but it also might have something to do with letting go. We have the Eight of Swords here. We have the Four of Pentacles here. So it might be time to let go of something, or not always let go, but surrender. You know, give something to God, have faith, surrender, and see what happens. But here, this is like that nervous energy. Can be fearing the worst. Sometimes for me, the Four of Pentacles can speak about trying to control certain things or wanting to have control with certain things. So that's very interesting. So maybe some of you need to make a decision, but there could be fear here. So try to stay out of your head and don't allow that energy to prevent you from, you know, making a decision or moving forward in some way. Here, right at the center, I do have the Five of Pentacles crossed by the Six of Swords. And so the Five of Pentacles can be financial difficulties, you feeling alone, feeling challenged, feeling unlucky. For some of you, it can be financial difficulties or feeling a lack. That can be not feeling financially secure or secure with, you know, maybe a company that you work for. So we have this challenging energy, but then we also have the Six of Swords. I feel like those of you that are dealing with financial issues, you know, maybe you've had some expenses with the Five of Pentacles. You could have had a big expense, Scorpio. I feel like things are going to improve for you. So right at the start of the month, or whenever you're watching this, could also be the end of May, very much needing to stay open-minded, needing to stay positive. Some of you maybe even needing to give something to God, but or higher forces, the universe. I feel like things are going to get better for you. Six of Swords is all about you moving forward, moving on, and it's moving away from troubles, moving away from stormy waters and moving towards much more calm and peaceful waters. So this is happening in June. This is happening in June. So you're moving away from this Five of Pentacles, this challenging energy. Now, for a few of you, what can help maybe even speed this process up would be maybe letting go, surrendering, or if you're someone who has needed to make a decision, but maybe you've just been not doing anything. Two of Swords can be someone who doesn't know what to do, so they don't do anything. So if that's you, perhaps maybe some of you making that decision and allowing things to happen. But that's obviously not going to be for all of you. Now, it could be on the job front. It could be walking away or leaving a job that, you know, maybe you're underpaid with the Five of Pentacles here. Because we have the Eight of Pentacles at your foundation. And so for some of you, this could be with a job. Maybe you need to find the courage to move forward and pursue a new job. Yeah, maybe you've just been, you know, doing the same thing or working the same job. And this could be some nervous energy as far as making any changes within your career. For some of you, Scorpios. But we do have the World in the recent past. And I want to say a few different signs have had this. I believe there was an Earth sign who had this. I want to say Taurus, but I could be wrong. I've had several other signs that have had the World in this position for this month. And so definitely watch your other signs, Scorpio. You might have had the World twice, which can be something coming full circle, which can be something actually completing in your life. It can also represent like a phase or a chapter that's coming to a close, and you're actually in the process of starting that next chapter. I do always say with the World, it does require patience. So some of you, you've already started this process. That's why we have the World in the recent past. You already started this process. So again, you're moving away from this Five of Pentacles. This is something that you're leaving behind. This is actually very blessed energy. And you literally have a world of possibilities in front of you here with the World. It's just maybe some of you need to possibly let your guard down, be open to changes for some of you. We do have the Queen of Swords crowning you. So an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Libra person could be significant. This could be someone you're thinking about here right at the start of June. Other Scorpios, especially you Scorpio females, I feel like this is your energy. You're preparing yourself to make that decision. And some of you, that will be a decision to maybe use this sword and make a cut, change jobs for some of you. You're going to be making a big change. And the Queen of Swords is someone who definitely thinks about things quite a bit. She's very serious, someone who's definitely a planner. She's someone who looks at the details. She's very thorough. And so some of you, maybe you just needed time to plan. You needed time to get focused and maybe to plan things out. Yeah, to look at something very carefully. And now around the second week, we have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace does represent a new beginning. But for some of you Scorpios, it can also represent when you're using this sword. You could be just, you know, cutting something out of your life, moving forward. For some of you, that's how you'll resonate. But for other Scorpios, this could be you seeing something clearly. The Ace of Swords for me can represent that clarity or things being seen clearly, like something coming to light. You even hearing the truth for some of you, seeing something clearly, hearing the truth. You also could be speaking your truth. And then the Ace of Swords for me is also a victory, but it's a victory after overcoming some obstacles or some struggles. And so some of you, this is what you're moving towards. And it might be around the second week. And those of you that this is on the love front, maybe you felt alone or even abandoned. For those of you that it's more on the love front, because I do have a couple here. So in the position of your power, I have the King of Cups. But then in the position of how others are viewing you, friends, family, how they're viewing you, I have the Queen of Cups. So we have water sign energy. So someone who are around the third week is maybe wearing their heart on their sleeve, maybe a little bit more emotional here at this time. Can also be someone who's, you know, very much listening to their intuition, could be following their heart as well. So again, for some of you, that's on the job front. You're following your heart, maybe as far as you pursuing your dreams, a job that might be more fulfilling for you, and the world's here because, you know, maybe you're changing like career fields, the job field that you work in, or maybe you're changing jobs. And then other Scorpios, this is something with a relationship here. So what's interesting is we do have this King of Cups, Queen of Cups, but then we have the Queen of Swords here. So for a few of you, there could be like two women, there could be a third party person who's significant. I'm just seeing what else I'm getting here, Scorpio. Yeah, for those of you that maybe were alone at the start of the month, so maybe I'm reading for some Scorpios that maybe like a relationship went through like some sort of turbulence, a difficult time. Some of you might be trying to make it work. I definitely could be reading for like a handful of Scorpios that maybe something happened, maybe there was a three-party situation, but towards the end of June, I do see some of you trying to make it work, or trying to maybe heal a relationship. In the hopes and fears, I have the Ten of Swords. So something could have happened that led up to like a difficult cycle with the Ten of Swords, a difficult cycle, a tough cycle completing. Sometimes for me, the Ten of Swords can be something that happens that leads up to this, but we have the 10 and we have the 1, and so a cycle is definitely completing for some of you. For those of you that this is on the financial front, this is very good. You might even be signing something here at this time with the Ace of Swords. For those of you that are being promoted or landing a new job, you could be signing something here at this time. But with the Ten of Swords in this position, I think that you're hoping that the worst is behind you. Hoping to turn a page, basically. And so some of you, that's on the job front or that's financial, and then others, this is on the love front. I think that I'm definitely reading for some Scorpios that there's been some challenges within a relationship and hoping basically to turn the page. Maybe even fearing the worst, fearing betrayal and things like that. Wanting very much to turn the page and wanting very much to work on a relationship. That's really what I'm getting here. We do have Temperance energy that you're leaving the month of June with, going into July. I feel like for some of you, this is you very much trying your best, trying to make it work with someone. So yeah, so that can be this Queen of Cups, this King of Cups, your other half, no matter who you are. I feel like this is you trying to make it work with them. Trying to make it work with them. Some of you, Scorpios, can be seeing something or seeing someone clearly here around the second week. You also could be speaking your truth, hearing the truth, some sort of clarity coming in. And yeah, I see some of you trying to make it work with someone. You know, to be honest, for those of you that this is on the love front, maybe you were actually getting ready to cut someone out of your life and move on, but maybe this person tells you how they feel, and so you're going to give them like another shot. Just depends on, you know, It just depends on which Scorpio you are. Some of you could be blocking your heart because maybe you have a past with this person, with this Two of Swords. But let's take a look at this Five of Pentacles. We will take a look at this Five of Pentacles for Scorpio. Others, I absolutely feel like this is on the financial front. You could be leaving a job that you've outgrown. For some of you, you maybe went through some financial difficulties, but things are getting better with Temperance here at the end of the month. Yeah, and there's the Chariot. So Temperance here at the end of the month, I feel like the energy is going to feel more balanced. And if things don't feel so smooth and balanced here at the start of the month, like I mentioned, this is an energy that's coming in for you with the Six of Swords. By the end of June, I think that things will feel a lot more peaceful, a lot more calm and balanced for you, especially those of you that there's been some financial difficulties. Things are going to feel very much improved here by the end of the month. So we just had the Chariot that flipped out, which can indicate physical travel. It's an empowered energy, you in the driver's seat. It is a card of victory, so now technically 2 cards of victory for you, Scorpio. But I am going to pull a couple more cards here for the Five of Pentacles for Scorpio. There we go. Yep, and there's the World again. There's the World again. Wow. Okay, so we have the Chariot, the World, and the King of Swords. So interesting. Interesting. We have another couple here. And so you're in the driver's seat. You're in the driver's seat. Some of you are definitely like starting the next chapter of your life. And I think that that's what you're focused on, which is very, very good. Yeah, again, you could be speaking your truth. You could be hearing the truth here at this time. But you're definitely in the driver's seat. This is an empowered energy. And I feel like this is a phase. Yes, something could be completing, especially those of you that you're leaving a job, but I feel like a phase. It's more of like a chapter. Something in your life is coming to a close. Let's pull you some additional guidance cards. First, focusing on career. All right, so I'm going to give these a little bit more of a better shuffle here. First, focusing on career for Scorpio. Maybe some of you had something going on with this air sign individual. There we go. All right, and now let's focus on love life. But as always, Scorpio, over on Vimeo, I do have the Love Tarot forecast for the month of June over there. That link is below if you are interested. All right, and then focusing on health and well-being, Scorpio. There we go. All right, so we have a little extra guidance for you, especially on the career front. Okay, so we do have environmentalist. You're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. And so some of you in June, I mean, you could be outdoors more, you could be paying more attention to the environment, you could be trying to do your part. Some of you, this could even be a field that you're going to be working in. For those of you that you're leaving, like a job field behind, this could be the direction you're moving in. What's interesting, though, is we have time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. Remember, we have the Eight of Swords underneath this Two of Swords. So Spirit is definitely encouraging you to make a decision. And it might be to change fields for some of you. You know, if you're passionate about the environment or working with animals, whatever it may be, if that's a passion of yours, I would say go for it. I would say go for it. You are absolutely protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. So yeah, this is a good time, Scorpio, for you guys to make changes within your career. No matter what field you're going to be working in, I think it's time to ground your energy, stay out of your head, follow your heart, listen to your intuition. You have that spiritual protection all around you. And you can even call on Archangel Michael to help you with this process. And then focusing on love life. We do have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And so attraction will come in when you're going to attract love, Scorpio, but it will be, for some of you, when you least expect it. It will be basically when you're enjoying your life. She's stopping and smelling the roses here. So for some of you, you will have love come in when you're just basically focusing on yourself, when you're basically just enjoying life. And I think for you partners, for you couples who are trying to make it work, I think what's needed for you guys is basically just enjoying one another, each other's company, doing things together, you know, even if it's something very small, even if it's like, you know, something very, very small, like watching TV together, or maybe, you know, working in the garden, whatever it may be that you guys like to do, something small. Just spending that quality time together would be something that helps the relationship. And then we also have unconditional joy. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me appreciate everything that makes me happy right now. And so this is focusing on health and well-being. So needing to be grateful for everyone, everything that you already have in your life, Scorpio. When you do that, you actually attract more blessings. So if you're a single Scorpio, I think, honestly, by you just enjoying your loved ones, if you have animals, your fur babies, by you just, you know, living your life and having fun here in June, I think you're just going to attract more blessings, to be honest. But yeah, you have a lot to be grateful for. And some of you, you know, things are looking good on the health front. So, you know, you could have went through some challenges in that department, but there's this healing energy that's coming in. Okay, Scorpio. So I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. Have a great month.